Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arumsari. I am from Pasundan University. In this session, we will discuss about control chart as a part of quality improvement, especially on the implementation of an improved square root transformation P exponentially weighted moving average chart, or abbreviated as ESR EWMA. Control chart are statistical process control tools used to monitor process variation. It was designed to detect whether the parameter process has shifted. Shewhart common chart is a common control charting method. Shewhart control chart did not work well for small shift. Control chart was classified as attribute variable chart and variable control chart. My research focused on the attribute control chart. Attribute control chart classified as Shewhart control chart, and it was work well when the shift is high. In practice, the shift can be lower than 2 sigma. So the alternative control chart is developed. A well-known alternative control chart was a Kusum chart and exponentially weighted moving average chart. For the time being, I will focus on exponentially weighted moving average chart. It was classified as attribute exponentially weighting moving average chart and variable. The attribute exponentially weighted moving average can be expressed in P chart. The exponentially weighted moving average P chart work well when the process variate is normally distributed, and it is characterized by NP more than 5. In the TKM situation, where through continuous improvement, the percent effective close to 0, the NP value can be lower than 5. For this reason, the P chart exponentially weighted moving average is no longer well work. For this reason, the chart should improve using square root transformation. That's why the alternative chart is called improved square root transformation exponentially weighted moving average P chart. For the time being, I will call this chart with a proposed chart. Consider to the previous background, the statement of the problem are how to use the proposed chart to control small shift production line, and how accurate the performance of the proposed chart in detecting small shift. As a case study, this will be done at assembling area PT Primarindo Asia Infrastruktur. The research will be done in 2 sessions. In the first session, we will use the proposed chart, and on the second session, we will use Shewhart P chart. Both of them is then analyzed by comparing each other. Session 1 consists of 2 steps. In the first step, we set up preliminary data to define the parameter of the population. It is characterized by initial Z P bar, upper control limit, and lower control limit of the proposed chart. Step 2, we use the chart to control the actual process variation during July. Just write down the number of defects found in the production run on July and examine and assess it whether the sieve is defective. In second session, the same step is done. Yeah, we also set up preliminary data on June to estimate parameter population and using it to control the production process using P chart instead of proposed chart. Both of the result is then compared and analyzed. This slide explains the detailed chart of step 1. Especially on the formula to convert its value to Z and to calculate the control limit. Example of the upper control limit and lower control limit of the proposed chart is explained in this slide. Based on the result, the overall plot of the preliminary observation from June to the chart is described in this figure. From this figure, we can conclude that all data is in control. It means that all preliminary observation is in control situation with mean 0.0387 and variance 0.0016 with initial Z 0.0385 and upper control limit at 0.04 and lower control limit at 0.03. The next step is using the proposed chart to control the actual production quality for next month. We measure the number of defective happen on July, convert it to Z value, plot to the chart and assess whether the process is in control. It continues day by day until the process is indicating an out of control. When the process indicating out of control, it means that the sieve is defective. This is the explain how the process is plotted on the chart, and this is the overall charting monitoring result. If you look at the figure, you can conclude that using the proposed chart, the chart detected the sieve at the 18th observation and at 25 observation. It means the process is out of control. Actually, it should be stopped and the corrective action is taken to prevent excessive defect. Until now, we can show that the proposed chart was detected the sieve successfully. How accurate is the performance of the proposed chart compared to Shuhat P chart? For this purpose, we run the same process using P chart instead of proposed chart with the same procedure. The same data is rerun, but using the upper control and lower control calculation of P Shuhat chart. The example of the upper control limit and lower control limit is presented in this slide. An overall plot can be shown using this figure. This is the overall plot of preliminary observation. All the data is in control, so from the preliminary observation, we can conclude that the process parameter has mean 0.0 3, and the upper control is 0.06 and lower control limit is 0.15. The second step, we use this chart with the previous parameter to control the actual production on July. The result, the monitoring result presented in this figure. Using the P chart, we can conclude that the chart did not detect any shift. And the process is continued, while actually the process has been shifted. It means that the process is running in out of control and produce excessive effect. Comparing both chart performance in this slide, we can conclude that proposed chart is better than Suhat chart. Continuing the use of the chart to control for the quality during next month in August. We run the same procedure and using the parameter in July to monitor the actual production process on August. The result of the monitoring is presented in this figure. This figure concludes that since the 11th observation, the process detected the shift. The shift is detected and out of control is happened. The next slide explains the effect of the lambda parameter to the performance of the chart. Previously, we used parameter lambda as a weighted factor at 0.25. We will rerun the same procedure at different value of lambda parameter. Take lambda parameter at 0.5 and lambda at 0.75. Then rerun the process and the end result of the proposed chart presented in this slide. You can see that at lambda 0.25, the shift is detected twice, while at lambda 0.5, the shift is only detected once, while at 0.75, no shift is detected. This research concluded that the proposed chart improves square root transformation P exponentially weighted moving average chart detected small shift better than Suhat chart. The proposed chart detected the shift twice, while Suhat chart did not detect any shift. The value of lambda parameter has a significant effect on the performance of the proposed chart. The larger the lambda parameter, the worse the performance of the proposed chart. At lambda 0.25, the shift is detected twice. At lambda 0.5, the shift was detected once, while at lambda 0.75, the shift was not detected. And for further research, the performance of the chart should only be compared with Suhat chart, but also with P exponentially weighted moving average chart as well. Both in terms of average run length and analyze for different value of L parameter. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.